Thanks, Aaron. Hey, Philip. Cool. Awesome. I was planning on doing this on my laptop, but for some reason I couldn't get it to go live, so I'm on my phone. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Philip. Hey, team. Okay, cool. So, I guess the thoughts were that I wanted just to touch base with you all, really. It dawned on me a couple of days back that we've got almost 1,000 people involved in this Facebook group, the New Zealand Health and Safety Professionals Facebook group, which launched, only 6 or 7 months ago now. And as I know many of you are aware, it's really grown from strength to strength and has become quite an incredible source of information, an incredible hub of conversation. And I can see even now that there's lots of conversations and questions regarding how to manage what's currently happening in the world, which it's just such an awesome thing. So I wanted to just touch base today, just to see how you're all doing, to give you all a bit of a chance. Thanks, Vicky. Just to give us all a bit of a chance just to connect and to remind ourselves that we are part of a broad community here on this Facebook group, and to use the tools that this group has. So we've got this amazing ability to do this live feed. We've also got the ability to do polls, to ask questions, to help support one another. It's incredible to see the amount of valuable and free content that's being shared among us at the moment. It's awesome, and I really just want to see it continue. So in terms of where I see this headed, there's a really awesome opportunity, I think, for us to hear from members of this group and beyond. I was going to suggest what we could do is start looking at organising some guest speakers, maybe some interviews. I'm sure many of you know. Sorry, just taking a phone call there. I know some of you will be aware that I do a regular radio show, the Health and Safety Unplugged show. And so that at the moment has been put on hold. Obviously, we can't do any recording at the moment. But what I can do instead is I can use conference calling. I can record interviews. I can do live interviews and talk to people that you may want to hear from or hear more about. So after this recording, I'd love to invite you all to. I'll create a conversation thread on the NZHSP Facebook group, and on that thread, if you want to just simply put in names of people you'd like to hear from or about. If you want to put in any questions that you might have that you would like me or others to answer. Or if there's any subjects or topics that you would like to hear about, you can just let us know, and we'll do what we can. You can also send me private messaging. So if you have got an idea or a thought but you don't really necessarily want to share it on the group, you can just send me a private message. What this won't be is I won't make the mistake of pretending to be a biologist or a scientist or know anything about the science behind the pandemic. That's not really what I want to do. I just want to ensure that you guys have got the tools and the means to be as productive and as awesome as you can be. I'm sure many of you are at home at the moment, and I'm also aware that there are a number of you who will be still very much up and running. So I'm sure there'll be times where you'll have questions that you'll need answers to pretty urgently, and I know this group is more than capable of providing that information. It's awesome. So why not, let's just use the comments section that's on this live feed. So do you want to just let us know how you're doing, where you're listening from at the moment. At the moment, I'm recording in my daughter's room today. A family of, there's 7 of us now, so the house has got very small. It's very, very difficult to find any spare space at the moment. But where are you tuning in from? Where are you guys listening to this broadcast from? Type in, let us know. Or just simply let us know you're all well and doing okay. How about you, Sherry? Has your partner found any more exercise videos to do from home? Awesome. Thanks, Michael. Welcome. In the lounge at home in Topor. Blenheim. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Rainy in Christchurch. Yeah, it sure is, Vicky. 7 of us here in Parklands, Christchurch. Yeah, that's right. I remember now, Philip, you've got a big family too. Yeah, I heard, Greymouth is a real ripper day today. Cool. Yeah, so you normally work from home, Aaron. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, yeah, there's been a significant downturn in work, almost overnight. Probably not quite so dramatic as some of the industries out there, but as a consultant, it didn't take long for people to start calling just to simply put a halt on any further work until further notice. Had a few big proposals that have been accepted that have now just been put on the shelf and mothballed until we know more. So I'm sure, just like you guys, it's a bit of an uncertain time. Hopefully for you who are running your own businesses, self-employed or have employees, you've got onto the Ministry of Social Development and have filled out the forms to secure those business loans to help pay employees and your own wages. That's been an incredible resource, so definitely keep making the most of that. It also sounds like there's going to be some pretty big further rounds of financial support, which I'm sure will help all of us. Hey, Tim Allred. So for those who were at the very first conference with the NZHSP back in 2017, gosh, it feels like a long time ago now, Tim joined us all the way from Aussie. So Tim, welcome. It's great to have you here. So Tim did a fantastic speech on croissants and donuts, and a very memorable speech. And even the fact that most people can still recall that talk it tells you a lot, actually. Really amazing guy. It's awesome to have you here, Tim. Oh, brilliant stuff. So it's been a bit of a challenging time for all, no doubt. The kids here have all been managing quite well, but yeah, it has been pretty full on for all of us. So like I said at the beginning of this recording, basically what I wanted to do today is to simply touch base and let you know that I've got some big thoughts around how we can utilize this group. So there's almost 1,000 members on the Facebook group. There's around 600 or 700 on LinkedIn as well. I feel that this is a really good opportunity for us just to still feel connected. And I think it's a really good opportunity for us to perhaps highlight any knowledge gaps that we may have, or have any really sticky questions that need to be answered, that we could, as a group, work out who we could reach out to ask those questions with. We could do recorded interviews. We could even do live interviews. I use Zoom, and Zoom lets me do live broadcasting on Facebook as well. So I'd be really happy to do that. So this is the space to have those conversations. And it really is the space to continue having those amazing conversations that this group continues to have. Even I thought it was quite incredible, regardless of what your thoughts are on this particular industry, that we had a question recently on on prostitution and the sex industry, and what types of health and safety policies and procedures we could have around that. I thought it was really... I'm just going to move because the internet connection's a bit rubbish. Hold on. I might just go outside. Okay. So yeah, I thought it was really interesting that... Hey team! There's the fam. Oh no. Hey fam. Hi everyone. Let's take those outside. We might get a better reception out here. Yeah, I thought it was really awesome that we had recently had a conversation. Someone asked about the sex industry, what types of policies and procedures ought there be for that industry. And as I said, like regardless of your thoughts around that, I think it's pretty incredible that our members feel confident enough. Hey Naya, do you want to come and join me? Come on. You can say hello to everyone too.
Yeah.
There you go. You go,
Hi.
This is Naya. Hey, you've been helping out looking after your little brother this morning, haven't you? So I just thought it was incredible that we had individuals confident enough to ask those types of questions on our group, and I think that just tells me this group has well and truly found its feet, and is comprised of some really incredible people. So that's a big nod to all of you, really. So look, I think what I'll do for now is I'll think about wrapping this session up. I'm going to create a thread around what questions and what types of people, what types of industries or experts you'd like to hear from, and we'll aim to make this a regular thing moving forward. When clearly we've got the time to do it, and I think this, although is a terrible time for many reasons, for many obvious reasons. Using the technology that we do have available and using the groups and the networks that we all share, I think we can turn this into a really massive positive. So let's just watch this space. It's all good.
You sure?
Yeah, she's fine.
Yeah.
So look, I'm gonna let you get back to it, guys. But what I'm gonna do, I'll start that thread, and then we'll continue to keep this conversation going. Okay, so. Maybe do you want to do a quick final round of hellos and check-ins and letting us know where you're calling in from? So for those that don't know, I'm based in Christchurch, so this is the overcast skies of sunny South New Brighton. How about you, Tim Allred? Where are you tuning in from, buddy? Awesome. Hey Sam. So Sam's tuning in from Victoria, Australia. That's awesome. That's the other thing I love about this group, is despite the group name, we're truly international in scope. Got our friends over across the ditch. We've got loads of members from the UK, Ireland, South Africa. Cool. Great to have you among us, Mike. Thanks. Mike was tuning in from Little Manly, and I'm going to try and pronounce this correctly. So Whanga Paroa. Cool. Loving your work, team. It's brilliant. It's so good to have you all here. So look, we'll start making this a bit more of a regular thing, I reckon. I'll perhaps be a little bit more organised in what the content and what I tend to bring in the future. The last few days, just like you, I'm sure, have all been a little bit manic, but I'm going to try and get some sense of normality back into this, and perhaps we could look at making a regular time on a regular day. Anyway, Invercargill. Hey Jackie, hope it's nice and sunny down there. Awesome, team. Last couple of things. One is there's a ton of free content on the Advanced Safety website. The podcasts of all the recordings of all of the Health and Safety Unplugged shows are available on the Advanced Safety website. You just find the drop-down tab for podcasts. I did a tally up. There's probably about 8 hours worth of content there. It's all free and available. Lots of good tunes as well, I think. What else is there? I put together some free online training for COVID-19. Again, you can find that on the Advanced Safety website. What else? WorkSafe is starting to produce some more information now. And the last thing is, which may be a bit of a conversation piece, is the health and safety regulator in the UK, in England, is is starting to look like it's going to start prosecuting businesses that are failing to provide adequate controls and protections for workers that have to work during the crisis. I think we can expect to see a similar response from WorkSafe in the near future. I'm already starting to see from some of my friends within the trade union sector voicing concerns about a lot of staff that are being asked to work without any PPE, which obviously isn't acceptable in any stretch of the imagination. So that's something to keep an eye on. Perhaps I could actually invite one of my old trade union friends to come on, and we can talk about that a little bit further down the road. Anyway, team, it's been lovely to hear from some of you. If you've just joined us, this is going to become a regular thing. I'm going to create a thread, and we can I'm going to create a thread, and you guys can type in the sorts of subjects, the topics you want to hear about, and perhaps some of the people you would like to hear from. I know many among this group have some amazing experience, skills, and knowledge, and it'd be great to be able to tap into some of that, so we can start doing some interviews and stuff in the near future. So anyway, just wanted to say, hey, I hope you're all doing okay. I'm going to try not to get attacked by seagulls, and I'll see you all very, very soon, okay? So take care, sending lots and lots of love, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye everyone. Bye.